Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to another ramble. We've got another Stray Cat Diaries episode for you today. If many of you follow me on Twitter, and you should, because I'm really fun. I don't tweet that often, to be honest. But I did give you an update. We've got some bad news and some good news regarding the stray cats. I've got some video footage as well that I'll play in the background and stuff. But basically, a couple of days ago, Mumcat came for breakfast, as she normally does. She's either waiting ready for breakfast or she just sort of turns up when I call her. And she came for breakfast and that was all fine. And then dinner time, no sign of her, which is really unusual. She's there nearly every single time. And then we went out in the evening just to see if she was there. She wasn't there. So just as it was getting dark, so I thought, okay, I'll just have a check behind the hedge where you've seen the nest. And the kittens were gone. And Mumcat was gone. So we don't know what happened. I think the most likely case is that she got spooked by something, whether there was a different new cat that turned up and found the nest and she was like, okay, I've got to move the kittens, or because there's a car park behind, whether somebody was in the car park or they were doing some work out there, or something just spooked her. It's not irregular for stray cats to move their kittens and move nests and stuff. Obviously, it makes sense, like security reasons and keep safe and stuff. So I went all the way down the back of our garden, both sides, to walk along just to see if she'd moved it locally, and there was no sign of her. And then the next day or so, next couple of days, there was just no sign of. I kept putting the food out and calling her. There was no sign of her. So we were like, okay, we need to keep putting food out because she might be just getting settled in the new place. Imagine if you're setting up a new little nest for your kittens, and you're going to stay there, if you're the mum, to make sure this new place is secure and stuff. And then maybe once you're comfortable, you might come for food. That's what I was hoping. So eventually, Mumcat did turn up again, which is really good news. It does put back our whole, with the dry ski slope that we put in, the whole point of making this nest so they could easily come down when the kittens were weaning to get their first bit of food and stuff. Most likely case is we see her coming from the left-hand side now. So there's gardens like further along. There's a really overgrown garden, quite a big garden down the road a little bit, probably 50 yards away. So I imagine the kittens are somewhere in there because she's now arriving for dinner most days and breakfast and stuff. The biggest thing is obviously she's getting her food and stuff, so she's still getting food. One very interesting occurrence, I'll show you the video, is that Mumcat turned up one day and had another cat with her, and I'd seen this cat a couple of times before. Bearing in mind, there's, I think, a family of 4 brothers and sisters. You've got Mumcat, who is brothers and sisters with Scratch, Jimmy Hill, because he's got a little chin, and another one. And there's also another one that comes around occasionally. And what I noticed was that this other new cat was there, and Mumcat then came along, and Mumcat greeted this cat as if Mumcat was the baby. And this cat, all the Mumcat and her siblings look about a year old, and this one looks older. So I'm pretty sure that this is Grandmumcat. Grannycat. We'll call her Grannycat. So I'm 99% sure that this is Grannycat, just the way she turned into a little kitten, Mumcat did. It was really sweet. And they've started eating together. Grannycat is around more often now, whether she's helping babysit, like all good grands and stuff. But she's around more often now, and they're eating together quite regularly. So it's good and bad news. I'm hoping that when Mumcat and the kittens wean and they start leaving the nest and stuff, is that she will bring them with her on her trails. That's what we've still got to hope for. I'm not going to go searching through the gardens and stuff for them. I don't want to put them off. If she's got a safe little spot, then that's fantastic. But yeah, really disappointing when they were gone. My heart sunk, and then she didn't turn up for a couple of days. I thought, oh no, where's she going to eat? she needs to get a ton of food when she's producing milk and stuff. So good news and bad news. On a sort of, happier note, I will leave you. We actually had a sunny day in the UK. They occasionally do happen. And so I've put together a little video for you, which is we got the paddly pool out, which is a big sort of rubber tube thing that's dog proof that we got, because Loki, the dog, absolutely loves water, and so we had to play in the garden. So I'll play that now. I will keep you updated on any more cat news. The kittens should be up. I did get one last video of the kittens, which I'll play for you now. As you can see, they are looking really healthy. There seems to be 2 black and white ones, 2 black ones. This was a day or so before they disappeared. So they're looking really healthy. I'm hoping that when Mumcat finally comes around and the kittens start leaving the nest, that she will then... It makes sense, if that's where she's getting most of her food, that when the cats are ready to start eating solid food, she will sort of teach them the route. You know, like in Africa, the lions teach the cubs to hunt. In Northern Ireland, the cats teach the kittens where the gullible humans are that feed them. That sort of thing, I think it is pretty much. But yeah, so I'll keep you updated. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Here's some hot doggy action. Bye-bye.
This is what happens on the rare occasions we get the sun coming out here in Northern Ireland, and we put the paddling pool, well, our kind of paddling pool, out for Loki, the dog. Yeah, the other 2 aren't interested at all. But as you can see, Loki loves it. And he usually is the laziest dog in the world. I never see him jump so high. And he's off. And he's back. He's going to be knackered in a moment. The other 2 are more sensible. They're just sitting in the shade over, well, they were until Loki Doki interrupted that. Ollie's not too sure. Oh, I don't. Ollie's not too sure on water. Freya will jump in. Oh! He's like a ballerina. Get the ball, Loki. What is it? Get it, get it. He also likes to dig in there as well. This is his towel. Towel by nature. What you do, Lokes? Or he tries to run between your legs and dry it himself off. There you go. What you doing, Loki? Drying himself off. What you doing, Ollie? Ollie's ball greedy. What you got there, Ollie? What you got? Get the ball. Get the ball. Oh yeah, we should do some Ollie jumping. He's magnificent. Watch my strawberries. Yeah, and Loki's digging for something now. We have some Ollie jumping action, please. Yeah, and as you can see, this is why we don't have a great lawn, because it's a dog lawn. That's That's his low jumps. That's not even his high jumps. What you do, Loki? Yes, doggy paddle. The original doggy paddle. There, puppy.